Good evening and welcome to the village meeting of the Board of Trustees for the Village of Pleasantville. I am not Mayor Scheer. He is not here today. I am Colleen Wagner, and to my right is Trustee Lord, and to my left is Trustee Stargiotti. And we're going to be your board for this evening. We have a few things to discuss, but first there was a meeting before our meeting started with the CAC, and I'm going to have Steve talk about what they discussed.
Sure. So the CAC is the Conservation Advisory Council, and they're a group of residents that volunteer their time to help us keep track of our open spaces and our wetlands and just generally advise us on natural resource related material and information. They've been working hard to update our inventory of open spaces, which essentially gives us on the board an idea of where is their open space, what's it being used for, what does it connect to, and they're also working on a wetlands map that's also going to do very much the same thing. And eventually we're going to get to a point where people on this board have a map overlay where they can see where wetlands are, open spaces are, what they're used for, and what they connect to. So they've been working very hard on that, and we very much appreciate their efforts. The other thing that they brought to our attention is this pamphlet, which will be up on our website and available at Village Hall. Yes?
Yes.
Talks about a 50-50 tree planting program. And what that basically does is if you own, if you're fronting a village street, so if you have property that fronts on a village street, there is a 50-50 program available where we will split the cost of a tree for you in that frontal lot, right? Am I getting this right?
Correct.
And it's all here in this pamphlet. There's a bunch of different trees you can choose, and you end up owning the tree. It's your tree. We just help you put it in and help you. Do we maintain it?
We do not.
No.
The reason we contribute because we want it planted where we can create a canopy for the sidewalk networks.
Right.
Or the right-of-way networks.
Okay.
So if people want a tree in the side yard, rear yard, we cannot help with
Right.
that
No, this
because
is
it
for the
doesn't really
street.
provide
Right.
a public benefit.
And obviously, it's not a 4-foot wide, 100-foot tree when it goes in. It would be a smaller tree. But it's a great program and one that I think has a direct and visible impact on the way Pleasantville looks around town. So that was great to hear. And again, this will be available on the website and in Village Hall.
Great. Thank you. So we have a bunch of announcements to make, so bear with us. The first, I just want to talk about the Sawmill Parkway Bridges project, which is underway. It's going to be 2 phases. They're fixing 2 bridges that are basically underneath. Some people think it's the bridges above the parkway. It's actually the bridges that hold up the parkway. And there's going to be a 2-phase construction project. Right now is happening the spring detour from April 3rd to July 1st from 9 p.m. to 6 a.m., Sunday night through Thursday night. It's only in the nighttime. The entire parkway is closed and the traffic is detoured onto Grant Street and down the Marble Avenue corridor. So that's been going on now, and I think it's been going on
So far,
relatively okay. I actually came in one night and it was really easy to follow. The summer detour will be 21 consecutive days occurring between July 10th and August 26th, so it doesn't start till July, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And what will happen is traffic on the Sawmill Parkway will be reduced to 1 lane in each direction, shifting everybody onto the 2 northbound lanes. So that's probably going to be a little bit different, and there'll probably be some slowdowns, but there's going to be lots of notification for that, and we'll just keep you updated. If anybody experiences a problem, you can call Village Hall and let us know. The next announcement is the Pleasantville Music Fest, which is set for Saturday, July 9th. There are pre-sale tickets available now on the website. The website is pleasantvillemusicfestival.com. You can get an adult ticket for $40 versus $55. It goes up on June 9th. There are a great array of bands coming. I encourage you to go to the website. A great group of people putting that event together, and we're looking forward to that. The next is Pleasantville Day, which will be held on May 14th in Memorial Plaza. For anyone who went to Pleasantville Day last year, you'll know that there were a lot of new sponsors and free entertainment. It was a wonderful day, so we invite everybody to come out. Petra Zorgman has been working hard on that, and we're excited about getting that day together and hoping for great weather. On the same day, we have the Community Scholarship Fund 5K Walk Run for Education and our 1 mile fun run. That's sponsored by the Community Scholarship Fund. You can go to their website, which is www.pvillecsf.com. And if you just want to register for the 1 mile fun run, which is great for little kids, you can go to the rec to do that. Want to talk about the fishing derby, Saturday, May 7th. You just show up at Nanahagan Park with your poles. The village supplies the bait and prizes. It's a great morning for everybody. The Garden Club plant sale is Saturday, May 7th, 8 a.m. till 11:30 in Memorial Plaza. I know that people get there early, and all the good stuff is usually gone fairly early in the day, so get out there early. Used sports equipment collection and giveaway. This started, 2 years ago that they started doing this, and it's a huge hit. You drop off all your old sports equipment. That includes bikes. May 7th, from 9 to 3 at One Village Lane, which is the Henkel's lot adjacent to our ball field. And they take everything except ski stuff. They don't take skis, snowboards, or helmets, but they take every other type of sporting equipment. And then you get to come pick up free stuff at their booth on Pleasantville Day, 9 to 3. So we encourage everybody to go into your garage and get rid of your old stuff. Pleasantville Strong is meeting this Wednesday at 7 o'clock at the high school. We have a great program. They have a great program together. It's called Hidden in Plain Sight, What Parents Should Know About Current Drug Trends. Judy Mezzi from Student Assistance Services has this great presentation. It talks about all the products that you can buy that allow kids to hide drugs. And it's unbelievable what she'll do. We also have Eric Grutzner from our police department to come and talk about what he sees happening, and Marianne Flatley, which is the drug counselor in the high school, who'll be talking to parents about tips as well. Do you have anything else? You want to talk about the shredder?
I have one last thing. So the Shredmobile will be returning to Pleasantville on Saturday, June 11th. If you don't know what the Shredmobile does, the Shredmobile is a County of Westchester service that basically shows up with a giant shredder, and you can bring all the kind of documents that you don't really want out there, bank statements and whatnot, and bring it to them, and they will throw it in the truck while you wait, and it gets shredded and turned to pulp right then and there. It will be at the DPW garage from 10 to 2. It is residential only, so this is not something that you can use to destroy those 7-year-old business records that you'd like to get rid of. But there is I think there is an ID requirement, if I remember right. You have to show an ID with an address in Pleasantville. And we will get this information up on the website as well. But I've used this service. It's a great, great service. It allows you to get rid of a lot of paper that you don't really want lying around.
Great. One other I wanted to add is that pool and camp registration is open. It's been open. But this year we have online registration, which we encourage everyone to take advantage of. It's been a great system. And if you register for the pool now, the prices go up June 3rd. So we encourage you to do it beforehand. So any other announcements? Oh, yeah.
I have one
Patty,
announcement.
yep.
I just wanted to remind people that if there are any water bills open and outstanding at the end of this month, on April 30th, they actually become re-levied as on property taxes in the month of May. So we're encouraging people to pay all of their open and outstanding water bills by the end of April.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. I just want to also mention our next regular meeting is scheduled for Monday, May 9th at 8 p.m. with a work session at 7. And if anybody wants to call in, 769-1677. Okay. So anything else? No? Ready to roll?
Yeah, no, I'm good.
Okay. So the first thing we have on the agenda is a public hearing to amend Chapter 173, Vehicles and Traffic, entitled Manner of Parking. Do I have a motion to open the public hearing?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
I'll just
Yeah,
give
you
an
can explain,
overview.
Patty?
In our code, Chapter 173, we have a section entitled Manner of Parking that deals with parking in municipal parking lots, and that requires that cars parking in the parking lots park in head-on positions. We've been asked to consider removing that as a requirement because it's actually a lot easier in some of the parking lots not to park in a head-on position.
Or to get out?
Yeah, a lot safer to back out. We think that we probably had this in the code for more efficient parking enforcement, but it really is not that big of a deal, to have the parking enforcement officers check either front or back of cars for permits or stickers or whatever they need to look for.
Right.
So, taking that under advisement, I think it's safe to say that we really have no legitimate public purpose for requiring people to park in head-on, and we could remove that requirement. It's mostly in effect in the Manville lot behind the Glass Onion and Dunkin' Donuts and the bookstore.
We need to start keeping track of the laws that we eliminate, because we add a lot of laws.
It's good to take some off.
Take one off the
It's
book.
nice to liberate every now and then, isn't it?
Letting one go.
Yeah, I know.
So we have that resolution on for tonight.
Yes, we do.
And does that just mean they can't, I mean, it essentially removes any restriction on how they park at all, right? But the assumption
Well, they
is
certainly
that
have to stay within the lines.
They still have
Yeah,
to stay.
I mean,
All right.
Yes.
if you read the full text of it,
Correct.
there's still some parameters about how you can
Right.
park,
You
but you
can't
don't
go
have to park
sideways.
in,
Yeah.
which means they won't get a ticket for
That's
pulling in that way. I mean,
Good.
that's really how this has come.
Yes.
Do we do that now? Do we enforce
Yeah.
it now?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, it's
We
been
do.
enforced.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So I can see we have big crowds here
Yep.
that want to
So
talk about this.
And all keep your voices down and get to you in
We've
time.
not received any comments about
Any more
it.
comments from the public? Can I get a motion to close the public hearing?
So move.
Second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay. So I guess we'll head to our resolutions. And the first being this vehicle and traffic manner of parking. So Steve, number
71.
71.
Resolved that the Board of Trustees hereby approves a local law amending Chapter 173, Vehicle and Traffic, Section 173-36, entitled Manner of Parking as follows. In that section, we will delete the following language. Provided, however, that in municipal off-street parking lots, signs shall be erected indicated that head-on parking only is permitted.
Second.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay.
Waiting for the mayor to say it. We heard him.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All right. Joe, 72.
Resolved that pre-check register dated April 25, 2016, covering check numbers 83100 through 83227 has been reviewed, and they are hereby approved as listed below from the general fund, the special purpose fund, the water fund, the capital fund, the refuse fund, the pool fund, the trust and agency fund, totaling $640,642.96.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Any comments or questions?
So this one is so much higher because of the capital fund, we had a big disbursement out of there, right? Was it
Yes.
Can you just explain that? Or
Yeah, it's a big
is it
check.
healthcare? What was it? I don't have it up in front of me. I know it was something relatively large.
It's a retirement.
Do you know what it is, ma'am?
One of them would have been health.
Yeah.
Healthcare?
Oh, that's what-
Yeah. Okay.
Don't worry, we don't usually have it that large.
Out of general,
Right.
not out of capital.
No, not the capital was larger too, but general was 283.
Yeah.
It's okay.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Steve, 73.
Resolved that the Board of Trustees, based upon the recommendation of the village administrator and the building inspector, hereby appoints Jacqueline DiCiccio? DiCiccio, sorry, Jacqueline. DiCiccio to the position of Office Assistant Auto Systems, effective May 2nd, 2016, at an annual salary of $50,506. Said appointment is subject to the rules and regulations of the Westchester County Department of Human Resources of a probationary period of not less than 12 weeks to a maximum of 52 weeks.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Any comments or questions?
This is just a new staffer in the building department?
Yes, new staff in the building department, a budgeted position. We're really excited to be able to offer Jackie DeCiccio this position. She has experience in both Newcastle and Ossing's building departments, very familiar with municity, very familiar
good.
with operations of planning boards, zoning boards, so we're getting somebody with a nice skill set that is really excited to be joining us. So
Great.
Good.
And this fills that assistance
It
role
does.
that we were talking about with
It's been
Robert,
vacant
right?
since last June.
Correct.
Yes.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Actually, since August.
Welcome, Jacqueline. Joe, number 74.
Number 74, resolve that the Board of Trustees hereby approves the request from the Pleasantville Day Committee to close Memorial Plaza for the Pleasantville Day celebrations on Saturday, May 14, 2016, from 6 o'clock a.m. to 4 o'clock p.m., and further resolve that the Board of Trustees authorizes the police chief to post no parking signs on Saturday, May 14, 2016, and to tow all vehicles in violation of this temporary parking restriction.
Do I hear a second?
Second.
Any questions here?
Just don't park on Memorial
Just-
Plaza
yeah.
during those
Right.
hours.
No.
Car's going to go.
It will. All those in favor?
Aye.
Steve, number 75.
Okay, motion, all right, here we are. Whereas the village administrator presented a tentative budget for the fiscal year 2016-2017, and whereas a public hearing was duly held on April 11th, 2016, before the Board of Trustees, Now therefore be it resolved that the Village of Pleasantville's 2016 to 17 fiscal year budget is adopted as follows. General fund expenditures $15,287,461. Special assessments $9,186. Omitted taxes $4,320. Village-wide tax levy of $10,397,210. General fund non-property tax revenues of $4,107,127. General fund appropriated fund balance $734,408. Appropriated capital reserve of $35,210. Assessed valuation $113,595,616. Tax rate per 100 tax rate per 1,000 assessed valuation is $91.5283 cents, and the tax rate increase of 0.73%.
Do I hear a second?
Second.
Patty, do you want to?
Yeah, I'd be happy to just, again, give another high-level executive summary. This particularly involves the general fund and the tax levy and appropriations that we're looking to raise in order to keep our levels of service as efficient and effective as they've been. We are presenting, again, a tax cap compliant budget.
Yep.
We think we've worked very hard in earnest to make sure that happened, but in addition to that, we are also seeing some enhancements in some of the capital work that needs to be done here. We're putting money toward sidewalks, we're putting money toward roads, we're looking to invest in some of the larger pieces of equipment we need to make sure that we can operate safely and effectively. We're maintaining all departments and all services, and I think that we're rather excited to be able to get into our next fiscal year. We think that we're poised to operate on a very good foundation. We're wrapping up the fiscal year. We're still in excess of $3 million in a general fund balance, somewhere near 20%. That is even with those additional appropriations to capital. All of our funds are in relatively healthy position, and we're delighted that we were able to meet all the board's objectives. It wasn't that easy, but we're able to deliver it again this year, and certainly want to be able to thank all of the department heads that are responsible for managing their individual budgets, but especially want to recognize Mary Schwartz, my colleague here, and village treasurer, the real brains behind this operation, for what we're able to produce and continually put out as accurate and reliable data for the board and for the community. So thank you, Mary, and thank you to the board for working with us on this. We know it's not easy, but we certainly respect your effort as well.
Well, I just want to chime in as well to say thank you, Mary, and a thank you to Noreen as well, who's not here, who is also in the area. For those of you who are not familiar with the process, unlike we've done previous years, this year, actually, each of the managers came in and presented their budget, and we got a chance to discuss it at our work sessions that led up. So this process started several months ago, but that allowed all of the trustees to talk about what the plans were and to really look at line by line to go through and to determine, where we were going. And we couldn't have done that without all of your preparation, Mary and Patty, under your guidance and leadership as well. So we thank all of you. And I think my fellow trustees join me in saying that we're glad that we were able to stay under the tax cap. It's a lean, mean budget, but it allows us to continue to do what we do without any major cuts in any major services. I did want to mention two things. The mayor is not here, unfortunately, nor is Trustee Berard. And Trustee Berard asked me to read something, so I'd just like to put it into the record. I wholeheartedly support the 2016-17 budget and applaud the hard work and dedication demonstrated by our treasurer, Mary Schwartz, village administrator, Patty Dwyer, and my colleagues on the village board. Faced with a daunting tax cap restriction, the village staff was able to maintain a high level of service to our residents within those parameters. And I know that the mayor echoes those sentiments as well. So I don't know if you...
Yeah, I just echo all of the same thing. Kudos to you guys.
Yeah.
Really good job.
And just one other thing, I feel like just my own observation is that our village staff, the guys on the DPW, our police officers, everybody's got sort of a good morale. I can't say that I know all of them individually, but I keep hearing how, and I see that I feel like, so somehow we were able to manage a 0.73 tax increase all these folks got whatever raises were coming to them under their respective, collective bargaining agreements. They seem to be happy with their jobs. So we're doing something right. We're providing good service. And so it's not just kudos to, the department heads and you guys, which of course I echo, but also to our staff and everybody who works so hard to make our village a
Thank
nicer
you for
place. I mean, I saw a new
recognizing
fence
that.
go in today.
Yeah.
It's just little things like that are it makes the village look
It's
nice and feel good.
It's great to hear that observation too. I mean, we have a very highly motivated work staff here, and people who really understand public service and really enjoy the mission. They're in it for all the right reasons. We're very lucky, and we've been able, even to bring each other up and along. Sometimes we all get, a little weary with the types of work we have and the obligations we see and the risks we take here and the things we try to guard against. It's not an easy way to earn a living, but we think we earn the public's trust. We try to keep that high, goal every day, and I'm very lucky. We really have the right people in the right places here.
So good, thank you.
Thank you to everybody. That was a great point. So all those in favor of the 2016-2017 budget?
Aye.
Aye. Joe, 76?
76, resolved that the Board of Trustees hereby approves the refuse rates for the fiscal year 2016-17 as follows. Each condominium unit, $340.49. One family residence, $453.99. Two family residents, $680.99. And three family residences, $1,021.48.
Can I have a second?
Second.
Any comments or questions?
This is all rolled into your tax bill, right? These aren't, people don't get separate bills for these.
Residential tax bills will see a line item.
Right.
It's a line item, but when you get your
billed that
tax
way.
bill,
Yes.
people aren't getting a separate bill for their refuse
No,
collection.
right, exactly. All those in favor?
Aye.
Steve, number 77?
However, they are getting one for the pool permit.
Yeah.
Okay, so resolved that the
And that
Board of
didn't include
Trustees.
businesses either, just to,
Oh, yeah, that's true. That's a good point.
it doesn't
No,
include
it
businesses.
does not.
So the refuse,
Thank you.
Resolved that the Board of Trustees hereby approves the pool rates for the fiscal year 2016 to 2017. There's an extra digit in the resolution here we should check, as follows. So I'm just going to read these through. I'll probably go pretty quick, but this will be posted as well, right?
Yes, it is.
Residential rates, for the first number I read will be through June 3rd, and then the second number will be starting June 4th. So there'll be a bit of a price break if you sign up early. Resident rates for families through June 3rd, $400. After that, on the 4th, starting on the 4th, $450. Individual is $200 and then $225. Paid booklet is $120, staying even at $120. Senior citizens, $75, rising to $85, and the guest fee stays even at $10 apiece. For the school district rates, family is $600, rising to $650. Individual is $275, going to $325. Senior citizens, $100 to $125, and the guest fee remains at $10.
Essentially, these are the same rates as the current year. There has not been a rate increase in the pool fee rates this year.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Any comments or questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
One thing I would say is that we have a nice new pool facility, so we encourage everybody to come down and enjoy that. And there's now going to be Wi-Fi at the pool,
Yes.
which is very
Very,
exciting.
very important. Wi-Fi.
So when you're relaxing, you can bring your laptop.
You can come bring all your work.
You're not responsible, though, if you drop your phone in the pool.
Yes.
Yes.
Is the liner's in, right? The new liner?
No, not yet.
Not yet.
The skimmers have been done. The new liners should be in the next, where are we now? We're April, probably
But
by
actually, I
The big
drove.
pool is getting relined?
the kiddie
the
pool.
kiddie
Kiddie pool. Oh, all right. Because I thought we relined the big pool.
No,
a
no,
couple
No,
years
no,
ago,
no.
it's
right?
kiddie pool.
But I actually drove by the pool today, and it looks ready to open.
It
It
is
is
re- it is
clean,
ready.
clear, and ready to go.
Cool.
It's the
Ready to
first
go.
time we never drained the pool for the first time.
Right. Well,
We've-
we contracted with a service that took
Correct.
all the stuff off the top, and this way they didn't have to drain the pool. They could just go in and shock it, so it's ready to go. So
It's ready
yeah,
to go.
which is great.
Roll. All right.
Yeah.
Good deal.
Number 78, Joe.
Did we vote on that?
Oh,
Are
did we?
all done?
All those in favor? I think we
Aye.
did. We did. Yeah.
Okay.
Aye. Number 78, Joe.
Resolved that the Board of Trustees hereby approves the following water rates for the fiscal year 2016-2017. Resident rate, $64.74 per 1,000 cubic feet. Non-resident in a district, $82.80 per 1,000 cubic feet. Non-residents, $97.33 per 1,000 cubic feet. And there are bulk rates ready to serve. Okay, I'll read them all, I guess. Ready to serve a 5/8 inch meter. Resident rate is $57. Non-resident rate is $71. 3/4 inch meter. Resident rate is $74. Non-resident rate is $88. 1 inch meter. Resident rate is $121. Non-resident rate is $134. 1.25 inch meter. Resident rate $180. Non-resident rate $194. 1.5 inch meter. Resident rate is $253. Non-resident rate is $267. And a 2 inch meter. Resident rate is $359 and non-resident rate is $373. For sprinkler systems, a 4 inch sized pipe. Is it pipe? Is that what it is? A 4 inch pipe. Resident charge is $360 and non-resident rate is $373. A 6 inch pipe. Resident rate is $704 and the non-resident charge is $718. And the 8 inch pipe. Resident charge is $1,394 and non-resident charge is $1,408. And in unit dwellings, what are UN 4, 5, 6, 7, 8? What is that? Just designations of sizes?
Different readings, different books, different
Okay.
areas where they're being read.
For UN 4, $387. UN 5 is $442. UN 6 is $1,035. UN 7 is $304. UN 8 is $718. UN 10 is $414, and UN 11 is $272. And I read them fast, and if anybody has any questions about them, contact the village, and they'll be posted.
quick question.
Do I have a second? Let me just do that.
Second.
All right. Comments or questions?
Real quick question: are these what is the periodic element of this? Are these one-time charges, monthly charges? What are they?
They're quarterly.
Quarterly.
Quarterly. Above it, the ready to serve as well.
Yes.
Okay.
Are these increases or the same as last year?
They're all the same as last year except the bulk sales rate because that's based on resident rate plus whatever New York City's
Plus
rate
what
is
New
for
York.
raw water, and we don't know that until July.
Okay.
In July, we get the rate.
Yes. Yeah, it looks like it's going up just under 2%. So it will be $64.74 plus perhaps $17 per 1,000 cubic feet, whatever
That'll
the
be the
city
bulk rate?
is. That's right.
And the water report was just sent, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Didn't
it was just sent.
Yeah,
That's correct.
okay.
It was
So,
actually
yeah,
pretty
you can look
interesting.
that out for, but
Yep.
good water is expensive.
Yeah. And we have
great
excellent-
water.
excellent-
Without
We
a
do,
doubt.
we do, but it's not cheap to do. So,
Bulk sales
there's
of-
a lot of charges that we have to face, and then,
Yeah.
we
Bulk
have to
sales
turn
rate
them
is
over.
for Cottage School as well as Pace.
Pace.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Steve,
Me.
number 79.
Resolved that the Board of Trustees hereby approves the closure of the following capital project: purchase of senior center vehicle. The reason why we're closing that account is because it's complete, and the balance in that account is zero. This is an account that we open to fund the purchase of a new vehicle for the senior center. We open the capital account, we allocate money to it. When that vehicle is purchased, we debit the money from that account, and the account is then subsequently closed. Do I have that basically right?
That's perfect. Thank
All
you.
right.
Can I get a second?
Second.
Any questions or comments? All
They
those-
like the truck, right?
Oh, they love it.
They love it. Good.
Yeah, it's easy to get in and out.
Yeah.
It's really nice looking, rides well.
Good deal.
I have one more resolution, so when you close on that
Yeah,
one.
we have to.
No,
We have
do
one
the
more.
Minutes. We'll do the minutes
We have
first,
to
vote.
so they stay in
Thank
numeric
you.
order.
Sorry.
With the vote.
Yeah, all those in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Joe, number 80.
Resolved that the Board of Trustees has reviewed the minutes of the meeting held on March 28th and April 4th, 2016, and they are hereby approved.
Second.
Any comments? I have one. We had an open resolution in the minutes on March 28th. It had to do with a statistic regarding marijuana use in Westchester County. I sent a note because Mindy had brought it up. I had contacted our speaker and I wasn't able to connect with her. So for right now, we need to change the text to 45%.
From 58%.
Okay? Yeah.
Okay.
All right?
Still
Thank
aye.
I know.
You're still good.
Yeah. Any other changes or comments to the minutes?
No.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. And then Patty, we have a last one?
Yes, thank you. I have one more resolution. If the board will oblige, I would need a resolution authorizing the closing of Memorial Plaza, actually portions of the plaza, particularly the parking spaces that run perpendicular to the parking, to the median where the trees are in the middle of the plaza. We're actually going to do some work on those trees overnight. We're doing a project called air spading, which forces air and chemicals into the ground and, with really high pressure. And we need to treat those trees because they just are really losing nutrients given their location. So we're looking to remove parking May 2nd, 3rd, and 4th from 8 p.m. to 4 a.m. And
So
we'll
that's
post it
Sunday, Monday, and
conspicuously.
Tuesday.
Actually, it's not. It's a Tuesday. The
Wait, what
2nd, 3rd,
day?
and 4th. It should be a Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Yes.
From what time?
Thank you. From 8 p.m. to 4 a.m. And we'll probably only need 2 days. We can put an extra in for rain just in case. And Plaza will have plenty of parking available. This is just to give us room to operate with these trucks.
How
We'll have
many
to do some
spaces?
posting. It's the entire length. So
Okay.
And it's
Yeah.
closed from 8 p.m. till,
8 p.m. to 4 a.m.
To 4
Okay.
a.m.
But only on the median side, not on the side
Right.
facing the tracks.
and it'll be posted.
Correct.
So if anybody needs to park overnight there, they still can.
They can come right in the parking lot, park along this track side. They could park along the street side, on the opposite side by the post office. We'll post it, yes.
Okay.
And if anybody violates that, we'll need to tow. So it'll be a similar resolution to a board resolution for the plaza.
So moved.
Okay.
Thank you.
So
Do we need to
we have a
read it?
resolution to close Memorial Plaza May 2nd, 3rd, and 4th from 8 p.m. to 4 a.m. in order to service
Right.
tree service where it will be posted. Anybody who disobeys the posting will be towed.
Correct.
All right.
Perfect.
Can we get a second?
Sure, second.
Any questions or comments?
You just specify that it's along the median line of Memorial
Yes.
Plaza, not all of
Right.
Memorial Plaza.
No.
Just make sure the minutes.
Yes.
Yes.
I'll let the police know.
Okay. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right, so if we have no other business, can I get a motion to close the meeting?
So moved.
Second. Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All right, good night, everybody. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you all back here in 2 weeks, 8 o'clock. Have a good week.